Good morning, everyone. Last time we have discussed about the preparation of the haloalkane along with the introduction, and in the last one we have discussed about the preparation of haloalkane with the help of the alkene, and there we have studied about the Markovnikov rule as well as the anti-Markovnikov rule. Then I have said that why the Marconi and anti-Markovnikov rules are working in that such way that can be explained only on the basis of their mechanism. The mechanism can explain that how the Markovnikov and how the anti-Markovnikov rules are working. So here we are going to see the mechanism for the Markovnikov rule. The reaction is same whatever you have taken in the last one. That means the reaction is when CH3 CH double bond CH2 reacts with HBr, it forms CH3 CH Br and CH2. That means the more electronegative element, here it is bromine, the more electronegative element approaches at the unsaturated carbon having lesser number of hydrogen. So in these are the two unsaturated carbons, CH and CH2, CH have the lesser number of hydrogen, so that is carrying the bromine, that is the more electronegative element. Now when you will see the mechanism, last time we have already discussed that in the mechanism the first step will be the formation of the formation of the attacking group. So first we will form the attacking group, and that will be generated with the help of the HBr, and it will break in the form of BH plus and Br minus. Now in this alkene, that is the propene, CH3 CH double bond CH2. When the H plus will approach, where it will approach? It can approach either on the carbon number 1 or on the carbon number 2. We are taking both the conditions. If it is approaching on the carbon number 1, it will be CH3 CH positive and CH2. That means the bond will shift in this way. And if the hydrogen is approaching on the carbon number 2, it will be CH3 CH2 CH2 positive. That means the bond will shift in this way. In this way, there are two different carbocations are formed. When you will see the first one, the first carbocation is a secondary carbocation, and second carbocation is a primary carbocation. So see which one is more stable. You have already studied that the secondary carbocation is always more stable than the primary carbocation due to the 2 plus I effect working in the case of the secondary carbocation and only 1 plus I effect working in the case of the primary carbocation. So surely this is the more stable species, and this one is respectively less stable. And we have already said that the intermediate, which intermediate will be more stable, that will lead to the major product. So when the bromine will approach, the bromide ion will approach actually, then it will form CH3 CH Br and CH3, and as it is the more stable species, so this one will be the major product. It does not mean that the second one is not found. This is also found, but this is the major product. This is more than 90%, and the remaining will be the next one. And here in the presence of bromide ion, it will form CH3 CH2 CH2 Br. Then you can say due to the greater stability of the higher degree carbocations, the Markovnikov rule acts, and always the more electronegative elements, in this case it is the bromine, the more electronegative element approaches at the carbon having lesser number of hydrogen, because those of the species which have the lesser number of hydrogen is there, they are high degree systems, they generate the higher degree carbocations, and the higher degree carbocations are more stable due to the greater plus I effect. So in this way you can say how the Markovnikov effect works. You can note it down. Now we are going to see the next rule, that is called the Kharas effect or the anti-Markovnikov rule. So we are going to see the anti-Markovnikov rule. According to anti-Markovnikov rule, the more electronegative element approaches at the unsaturated carbon having greater number of hydrogen in presence of peroxide. So in presence of peroxide, the more electronegative element approaches at the unsaturated carbon having greater number of hydrogen in case of any unsymmetrical alkene. Now we are going to see that how the mechanism for the anti-Markovnikov of reagent takes place. And in this one, the first step will be the generation of the free radical. Then how the free radical generation takes place and what is the role of the benzoyl peroxide. Actually benzoyl peroxide works as an initiator in the reaction, that initiate the reaction, that is the responsible factor for the generation of the free radical. So first of all we are going to generate the free radical with the help of the benzoyl peroxide. Then this is the benzoyl peroxide, benzene C double bond O CO benzene. This is called benzoyl peroxide. This benzoyl peroxide in presence of light H nu will break with the homolytic fission. That means the hook arrow will represent the fission, and as a homolytic fission it forms a free radical. The CM will be the free radical, so I am writing 2 moles of the free radical. Now this free radical will undergo rearrangement. So this is the process of rearrangement. This is the free radical which was found in the first step. Now the 2 electron of this bond will participate in the bond formation in between C and O, and the remaining 1 electron will shift towards the benzene ring, forming benzene free radical along with carbon dioxide, C double bond O, that is the carbon dioxide. Now this benzene ring will approach on the HBr. Now plus HBr, the free radical formation will take place and it will form benzene. I am representing the hydrogen here, but it is not necessary that you represent the hydrogen, because in the bond line structure we never write the carbon and hydrogen. But just to show that where the hydrogen is attached, I am just writing the H along with the bromine free radical. And all of these of the steps, the 3 steps, are the part of the initiation of the reaction. Here we are just initiating the reaction. We have just prepared the bromine free radical, that is the attacking group in the reaction. So we have generated the attacking group. Now this attacking group will approach on the system and proceed the reaction forward. So you can note it. Now this bromine free radical will approach at the alkene. Here is the alkene, that is the propene, approached by the bromine free radical. What are the conditions? The homolytic bond fission will take place and it will generate CH3, CH2, CH2 free radical. Or the next one, in this system the bromine free radical will either approach on the first position or approach on the second position. There is only 2 positions for the bromine. We are taking both the position and trying to find that which one will be the major product, which position is the most favorable for the bromine. So if the bromine is approaching on the first position, it will be this one. But if the bromine is approaching on the position number 2, then it will be CH3, CHBr and CH2 free radical. Again, in the previous case we have seen that there was 2 carbocations and we have discussed the stability of the carbocation. Here 2 free radicals are there. How will you discuss about the free radicals? When we will talk about the free radicals are those of the species which are actually electron deficient by the nature. And these are the electron deficient system stabilized again with the plus I effect. That means the stability of free radicals can also be seen with the same way as we were saying in the case of the carbocation. So again you can say that the secondary free radicals are more stable than the primary free radicals, and tertiary are most stable in between primary, secondary and tertiary. So here we have the primary free radical, this one, and the secondary free radical, this one. So we are comparing only in between these two, and in between these two you can say that the primary free radical is less stable than the secondary free radical. So here we can write it is the more stable, and this one is respectively less stable. Both are intermediate, so they are not very stable, even though with respect to each other this one is more stable and this one is respectively less stable. Now when the HBr will approach, the free radical will approach on the HBr and will form CH3 CH2 CH2 Br or CH3 CH Br and CH3. Surely as this one is the less stable species, this one will be the minor product, and as this one is the more stable species, so this one will be the major product. Then this is the mechanism working behind the anti-Markovnikov rule. Generally we say in the case of the anti-Markovnikov rule, only HBr acts properly. Other species are also capable to act, but HBr acts properly because HBr is the species which is well capable to generate the free radical, and because of the free radical whatever the mechanism is going on, you can see here. So HBr is the best reagent for the anti-Markovnikov product, and here is the mechanism for the anti-Markovnikov reaction. You can note it down. Next time we will see about some of the other preparation method for the haloalkanes like Sandmeyer reaction and some other name reaction. Till then, bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.